Fox and Friends, you know this outrageous story. 3 Navy SEALs facing dereliction of duty and other charges in the alleged beating of an Iraqi terrorist. Well, they're being arraigned on Monday, and they will be met by hundreds of protesters. Is it wrong that these men who serve our country are being court-martialed for this?
Well, joining us is Scott Taylor. He is a former Navy SEAL and will be attending the rally on Monday. Scott, nice to see you this morning. Welcome.
Welcome. It's really good to see you guys.
Scott, what do you want accomplished at the rally, and what is your stance on all of this?
Well, we are there to support, of course, these brave men and women. It's absolutely absurd that they're getting tried. You have a terrorist who was planned, killed, mutilated, and hung, burnt bodies of American citizens up from the bridge in Fallujah. And these guys risked their lives to get these terrorists. And then, of course, in the action, the guy gets a bloody lip. I mean, honestly, he's lucky he's not dead.
Scott, you make such a good point, because that crime was one of the most hideous that we have seen of the war, that their bodies were hung from the bridge in Fallujah for all to see. And then these Navy SEALs were tasked with going to find those terrorists. They did that. Wouldn't you think that they would get some sort of reward? But because the terrorist gets a bloody lip in the process, they now have to be court-martialed. Explain the logic of this.
To be honest with you, I don't really see the logic. I mean, these guys, they should be commended for going to get this horrific terrorist rather than be put to trial for bloodying his lip. And it just doesn't make any sense. There is no logic in it in my mind.
Is there any logic in the way in which these guys will be tried court-martial? A military court-martial, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed being brought to New York City, going to be tried publicly in a civilian court, and yet these 3 Navy SEALs court-martialed.
Yeah, well, first I want to say that there's support from across the nation. We have the local Hampton Roads Tea Party is very much involved. Everybody's very supportive here. The Khalid Sheikh Mohammed trial is absolutely outrageous. I don't understand where the administration's going with this. I don't understand what's going through their head, that they would even fathom to give the rights of U.S. citizens to a war criminal and a terrorist. And again, we're just happy that we're able to go out here and peacefully support and support our military members and be there and show that on Monday.
All right, so you plan this peaceful protest. Do you have any sense that your message, that this is outrageous, what's happening to these Navy SEALs, is getting through to the commanders and the administrators who have decided to try them?
I absolutely think that it is going to get through. I mean, you have outrage across the country. You have folks that on Facebook that are organizing this. A guy, Josh Irving, down in Texas, is liaison with locals here in Virginia Beach and Norfolk, is helping out to organize. And it's amazing the response from across the country. We get emails and phone calls that are supportive of this, and we're definitely going to be out there to support our guys on Monday.
Well, it's absolutely despicable. Scott Taylor, former Navy SEAL, attending the rally this week. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks, Scott.